Hey everyone. Hey, FedEx just delivered a juiced Rip Current S to me that I ordered on July 3rd. So that only took, what, 4 days to get here, something like that. It came from out of California. So I ordered this bike because these Rip Current S's, they have a 1,000-watt hub drive motor, 52-volt battery. I think it's 19.2 amp hours. And they just look like they're a really nicely made bike. This one was, I don't know if it was a 4th of July sale or if it's something ongoing. So if you're interested in picking up one of these bikes, go to their website, see what you can find. If you can't find anything online, I'd suggest you call customer service and see. So this bike is in the brushed aluminum finish, so it's the silver one, which is funny because it's probably what I would have ordered anyway. I just like brushed aluminum. But apparently it seems as though they're closing out and doing away with their brushed aluminum finishes and just have the painted bikes. So the sale on this bike was $16.99. They're normally $23.99, $2,400. So $16.99 plus there was a VP100 promo code that you put in, and you get another $100 off. That brought it down to $15.99. And then I used a credit card that I've never used that always sends me things saying that I can get 6% back on my first purchase. And so I used that credit card to pay for it and got another $100 off. And so for $14.99 I got the $2,400 juiced Rip Current S. So can't beat that. I'm excited to see what's in here. I did notice on the box that there's one hole through, and I can feel a bike spoke right there, so hopefully everything's okay and the wheel didn't get damaged. But on the top of the box here, they have directions for unboxing, which is convenient because you often on these big boxes you don't know how to open it without everything just falling apart. But you basically undo the bottom, lift the box off of, and it appears like everything's packed in a big piece of foam, just very much the way the Cyrusher Ranger was. That's a really nice, secure way to ship things. Does a really good job of protecting. So I'm excited to see what's in here. These bikes have good reviews, and boy, I thought at $1,500 there was just no way I could pass that up. So let's take a look and see what's inside. The unboxing was pretty straightforward. Really nice foam there. You gotta love when companies do that because there's really no more secure way they could ship these bikes. Yeah, there's the issue with not being very environmentally friendly with all of that foam that's hard to get rid of or do anything with. But it's a trade-off. If you want the bike to arrive in really good shape without any damage, then that's the way to pack them. Not just a little bit of foam on the tubes and thrown into a cardboard box. That's anymore with the shipping companies, that's just a recipe for disaster there. So this is looking really nice. Juice branded their motor here, but it's actually the Fen. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I read that that's what it was. And 1,000 watt, so huge amount of power. It peaks at 1,300 watts. And what I'm pretty excited to see is just uses a very small little screen here, which I kind of like actually. But they shows how much wattage you're using and all that. So that's something that I haven't had with the Ranger, which I wish I did. But the battery's partially recessed into the lower, basically comes out at a 45-degree angle here, and that's really nice. Looks really well done. I'll talk about the battery here in a minute. For those of you that don't know, Juiced actually started out as a battery manufacturer, so they have a huge amount of experience. It's a California-based company. Down here it says designed in California. I'm sure that their frames are made where everybody's frames are made, which is either Taiwan or China. So far, this is looking like a real quality build here. It's got a beautiful gel Sella seat here. So Sella Royale gel seat, which looks like a quality product. Nice choice on that. Juiced. The rack is super heavy. I imagine that can handle anything that I'm going to be carrying on here. I will put panniers on here, and hopefully I can use this for a little bit of e-bike camping, backcountry kind of thing. It comes with air forks that, from what I read, have 100 millimeters of travel. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what they were listed at. We'll see here if they have any markings on them. Sometimes they will. Nope, these don't. But I believe they were 100 millimeters of travel. So having an air fork is huge. That's awesome. Not sure of the manufacturer there. For a while they used Gary Klein's forks, but these still may be manufactured by him. Do not know. Let's see. It's just a pretty standard build. I won't bore you with putting the bike together. It's just bars on, front fender on, front wheel on, and pedals. And I'll be pulling off a few things that are on here. Some warning stickers, some reflectors, that kind of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that, and then we'll come back to the bike. Right now I have the battery charging. It came to me half charged, and I really don't want to take this out until it's got a full charge and we can really see what it does. So it looks awesome. Looks like a really good bike. Real happy with the looks of it here. And it is a 9-speed, I believe, and it does have trigger shifters, which are my preferred way of. So yeah, 9-speed. So awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and put this together, and then I'll show you what we got. Okay, here we are, mostly assembled. Pedals on, bars on, front wheel, front fender are on. The fender was a little bit flexed in the box, so it will be a little bit before it relaxes and I can actually get it 100% in line with the wheel. It's close now, but not perfect. So yeah, this is looking really like a great bike. Up here is your screen. What's one of the cool things about this bike, other than the 1,000-watt rear hub and the 52-volt 19.2 amp-hour battery, is that it has a torque sensor and it's got cadence sensor. And from what I was reading, you can decide which one you want to use and set that up here. So you can come into the program and set either cadence or torque sensing. I love the torque sensors, so that's definitely what I'll set this up as. But I'm going to give the battery, like I said, it came to me about half charge. I'm going to give the battery about probably 3 hours and then come back to this and we'll go take it for a ride. Okay, so I just rode up the road a couple of miles here. The first thing I'm noticing is that the motor is incredibly quiet. Super smooth. Really all I'm hearing are the tires whining. And they actually do really well because they've got this center tread here that basically what you roll on when you're on hard packed. So it's not all that much more resistance than a 1.5 inch wide road tire. It's more of a cruiser style than what I'm used to, with the upright bars and these big grips and all. But these grips are actually, not only are they decent quality, but they're with a lock-on ring and all. They're actually really comfortable. They're unbranded hydraulic brakes. Same with the calipers. I don't see anything on them denoting any sort of brand, but I'm still need to bed them in and all that. 180 millimeter rotors, front and rear, and the hydraulic brakes feel real good. One thing that I noticed that's really pretty cool is how they inset their controller here. This has got some air vents and all that, so you get a little air movement around the controller. And the way it's bolted into the aluminum frame, it's almost like it's using the frame as a heat sink or something to dissipate the heat. So I assume that's what they were thinking, and that's how it works. But very cool. That's a neat feature there. That's just bolted in and has some airflow over it. That can't do anything but help. Haven't tried the headlight yet, but it's actually a aluminum housing, not just a plastic light. It feels pretty substantial. Throttle works nicely. It's a thumb throttle. I'm not the biggest fan of thumb throttles, just because I'm a motorcycle guy and I like to have a right hand twist throttle. Not sure about the components on here. Don't know anything about this maker, but I can tell from the chain and from the sprockets here that it's a Shimano knockoff of some sort. But so far, I've ran through the gears up and down a few times, and actually shifts really nice. So no complaints there. I'll go ahead and turn on the light back here, just because I'm getting a little late in the day. That's battery operated. It's not wired into the bike, so you have to actually turn that on. But I'll clip this on and we'll head for a little ride up the road here. So right now I'm just in pedal assist 1. If I click down, there's an eco mode here. So eco, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. S is the sport mode, and there's also a race mode that I haven't even unlocked yet. I haven't done anything with the settings on this. Everything's just as it came to me. So right now I'm in the sport mode. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that down to, we'll do pedal assist 3 up the hills here and see how it does. I think I might be in cadence sensor mode versus torque sensing. I'll have to get back and check and see. Okay, so I ran back home and read the manual real quick, did my adjustments. I unlocked the race, which let me run all the way back down to, okay, so we got eco 1, 2, 3, and then we got sport, and now we have race. That race really takes off. That's providing a lot of juice to the motor there. So for short bursts and all that, that one's definitely fun. You probably wouldn't want to ride in that all the time because you probably wouldn't have any battery life at all. You can tell it's using an awful lot. So hills around here, pedal assist 3 is great. That works nicely. I also found out that if you just hold the up button there, it turns on your headlight, which is actually a really bright little light. It looks good. So I'm going to turn that back off. Your little icon comes up there for the headlight. So that's off now. I have noticed that there's almost no lag with the throttle. It kicks in immediately. And the throttle is also enabled even all the way down to eco mode. So you can ride in eco mode, saving power, and then use the throttle to really pick up and get around obstacles or around people, whatever you need. So that's kind of a neat little feature. So we'll just go down this road a little bit since it is starting to sprinkle. The brakes feel super smooth, nice and progressive. No complaints there, they feel great. Not getting any noise from them either. I'll just come down to this corner and we'll turn around and head back up, see how it does on this climb here. We'll go ahead and go down to this driveway. Okay, so I'm sort of still bedding in the brakes here. I haven't done a whole lot of real hard braking yet, but so far they seem really good. Okay, so we're in assist 3, torque sensor, and we're just going to cruise up the mountain here back to the top where we were. Yeah, this is nice. And knowing that you've got a huge amount of power available if you were to bump up to sport or race, that's kind of fun. So just relatively easy pedal along here. on a fairly steep grade. Let's see what the throttle will do. So that'll pretty much maintain at 15 on this grade. Not bad. Let me bump up to there's sport, here's race, and there we go. Man, this thing takes off. And if you want to get up the hill fast, that's pretty impressive. Still accelerating. The hardtail feels solid, real nice, and the forks are doing what they're supposed to do. So the throttle is set for only 20 miles an hour, no matter what mode you're in. But your pedal assist will take you up to 29 probably, right in there. Yeah, that mode's pretty crazy. Even sport's fast. I'm gonna scroll back down to 3, which is a nice compromise for hills. So we're in 3 and still climbing and in the 20s, so that's not bad. Yeah, pretty impressive. We're down to 48 volts from 54. So my battery definitely wasn't charged all the way. I think those indicator lights were right, because we've only done 7 miles and we're showing almost 50% battery. So I will put the battery on the charger overnight and then see what she does in the morning. It's got a real small charger. I think it's only a 2 amp, so it takes a while. But yeah, this is super comfortable. 26 miles an hour, just easily pedaling along. So this would make a really nice commuter for somebody. I bought this one for my wife, and she hasn't sat on it yet. Hopefully the frame's not too big, but I think with the seat closed all the way down, she'll be fine. And it has a ton of power, but I'm not too worried about it getting out of control for her. We'll just keep her in probably pedal assist 1 and 2 for a while until she gets used to it. But very nice solid bike. just treating it more like a cruiser because that's sort of the seating position on this. It's very comfortable. I mean, especially since you've got these palm rests here, you can put a lot of weight on, and very comfortable. The gel seat's great. I like it. So yeah, looking good. Hey everyone, so it's the next morning. The battery charged overnight, and when I looked at the LED display on the battery this morning, it was showing fully charged. Unfortunately, I've gotten just 2 miles up the road here, and my battery indicator is already down to 4 bars. So dropping very quickly. I suspect I've got a issue with this battery, so rather than go do the 10-mile Jeep trail loop that I was going to do this morning, I'm going to go ahead and just head back home because I'm afraid the battery's not going to last long enough to do that. So I'm going to go call customer service, see if we can figure this out, and I will do a video number 2 update on this and let you know what they decided and what the solution is here.